So, I watched a video yesterday of a woman talking about like gang stalking and targeting someone. And in the video, I always read a lot of the comments to see what people are experiencing. And there are bots. There are bots in the comments too, or AI or whatever um, we want to call it. But artificial intelligence. But what I noticed is towards the end of the video, she said, "Keep your receipts. Keep your receipts." She is a doctor, according to her title, the title of her channel, and so she was telling them to keep their receipts. In the comment streams, people had been saying they're going to try to institutionalize us. They're going to try blah blah blah. Well, um, and some people were saying, "Is this happening to you?" To somebody who was talking about what it felt like to be targeted. And anyway, the comment streams are always very interesting. But what I thought is that I've taken enough FHA HUD provided seminars, classes, if you will. They call them classes. We go to the classes and we, learn about changes and what they look for, in files and things. Anyway, they tell us, when I used to be 1099, which the government changed that we couldn't work 1099 anymore. But when I was 1099, at the end of the classes, we would be told to keep our receipts because usually, being 1099, you're going to be filing returns, right? And I don't know other than in my particular field, I don't know, and I don't believe 1099s were actually um, ended. Like there still remained other positions that 1099s could be used in. It's just that for some reason, loan officers, in my capacity, independent loan officers, we were taken away from being independent and we were required to become employees. Um, I don't remember exactly when that happened. And then later we were even re identified again as inside loan officers or outside loan officers. That was a strategic move. So anyway, but back when we were independent and 1099, um, paid 1099, we would go to seminars. If we wanted to know what we were doing, we did. And, we would incur the costs. Um, so we would be told to keep our receipts. That's what I'm getting at. So I realized that this woman was actually teaching a class and she was preparing them to write off the costs. Like even coffee, I mean, it all totals up, right? And so I was thinking about how Trump is offering a $2,000 rebate after people file their tax returns. That's the big promise, $2,000. Um, so, like, people who aren't filing, like me, because I'm too old to file and my income is way under the threshold of what's required to file, state and federally. And thank goodness, because my brain would not have been able to handle it and handle what I've been going through. So, anyway, but yeah, it occurred to me that she was preparing people to file their tax returns. So this is probably a seminar, if you will, a class being offered, or maybe even just contracting her. The government contracts everything, and they don't pay their contracts. That's what I'm learning too. But anyway, and Trump is the king of that. So anyway, I realized, and I want to listen to her video again. I realized about halfway in is that she is not really preparing them for what I've been through. And many of them are experiencing the beginning of what I was put through. I feel like I was part of the practice run, so um, and if I wasn't, I mean, obviously they had it mastered. So no, I wasn't part of the practice run, but I was part of the first wave, if you will, of being psychologically destroyed. So anyway, I've decided that if I can manage to do it, I'm going to start making videos about what I've been writing about all along on Facebook and YouTube, to help people to have their financial security taken away and their assets taken too. And I do believe that it's going to become more widespread just from the indicators that I'm seeing, and who I've been following and what's been going on, and even listening to Mike Gill. I mean, he's talking about his ability to see ahead of the curve, and what I'm seeing is that he and Stacy have placed themselves, whether it's been intentional or unintentional, ahead of the curve. And the curve is educating people about what's going on, but even more, to me, it's about telling people how to cope with it, and where I think they can find help managing it, because everybody's going to be destroyed, and that's just how it is.